Everyone's curious eyes focused on Mapo Bridge, as if a farce was just beginning. Oldie's eyes nearly popped out, but he soon regained composure. Like a speedy firefighter, he hustled onlookers back to work and waited by the phone, counting down. Sure enough, his hunch was right. The phone rang soon after. "Hello, we've got a call." The voice on the other end was clearly that mysterious character, Paolo Gui. He knew this guy was the culprit of the explosion. Oldie dialed the police, but hesitated the moment the call connected. This is a once-in-a-lifetime super scoop. Not just gossip, but a chance to change his life. He hung up swiftly, as if fleeing a cake explosion, dashed into the studio, and grabbed the producer's phone before he could call the police. He yelled, all media are chasing this explosion lead. They were the only ones who had contact with the killer. If they could get the bomb guy for an exclusive interview, the ratings would definitely skyrocket. After calming everyone, he heard to report to his superior. He called Deputy Director Lalbai, but the busy deputy had no time to talk. So he played the earlier recording, and the deputy director, who had been impatient seconds ago, suddenly showed interest. With his trump card, he set conditions, demanding a live broadcast now. If he handles this big news well, he'll climb back to his former golden spot. Yes, months ago, he was the station's star anchor. Then he was banished for bribery, and even his reporter wife left him. He obviously didn't want to remain stuck at the radio station forever. He was grinding his teeth in his mind, thinking he must seize this opportunity. He hurried back to the studio for live broadcast prep. When the link resumed, he promptly told viewers it was a terrorist attack, not an accident. At that moment, Paolo Gui's phone rang again, claiming he was the mastermind behind the Mapo Bridge explosion. Yes, great to see you. Let's test this, so the Mapo Bridge explosion, that's you, right? As the show host, he genuinely felt the ratings were about to soar, but then he suddenly cut to commercial. He told the other party to reconnect in 5 minutes for a live TV broadcast. The bomb guy, unaware, was thrilled. Meanwhile, under the deputy director's orders, a large group of staff flooded into the director's room, preparing to transform it into a temporary live studio as per their agreement. The planned broadcast program was thrown into chaos, and the producer was unceremoniously ousted. The deputy director reminded the bomber surely has a story to uncover. As long as they could find out the true reason behind the explosion and guide him to surrender to the police, the viewership would definitely skyrocket. During the pre-live call, the bomber suddenly demanded immediate payment of 2.1 billion won. If refused, he'd seek other stations. Sure enough, the rival station got a call from the bomb man. He was anxiously worrying about missing the opportunity, while the deputy director suddenly made the decision to transfer the money. He was overjoyed, quickly calming himself down, and started the nationwide live broadcast, with the bomb guy surprisingly cooperative. He cut straight to why he blew up the bridge, saying he'd helped build it. 2 years ago today, forced work for dignitaries led to 3 workers fall into the Han River. Had they received timely rescue, they could have survived, but the police and rescue teams were passing the buck and never showed up. All 3 died, getting no compensation or apology. He blew up Mapo Bridge today to force a presidential apology. He nearly burst out laughing at this. How could a mere TV host demand an apology from the president? However, the bomb guy wouldn't quit, playing their initial recording. He was instantly energized and wanted to keep talking to him. The subtitle display was forcibly cut off by the deputy director, and another female anchor was quickly rushed in to take over the broadcast. Even though the bomb guy specifically requested to continue the connection, the deputy director firmly refused due to the content of the recording leading to a crime. As he grew furious, an accident occurred. The female anchor's earpiece exploded. The scene descended into chaos, and he saw another chance. He turned and sprinted back to the studio to face it. To be on the safe side, he decided to put on a wireless earpiece. However, when he tried to call the bomb guy again, subtitles, he learned the earpiece just wanted a bomb, leaving he plus or minus £1 AML letter 3 CAP NICKED. Next moment, when he realized the opportunity was upon him again, he was suddenly informed about the earpiece issue. He was in a frantic state, perplexed about the earpiece situation, but the deputy director was now anxious, asking when they could reconnect. Just as he hesitated and delayed, a violent explosion occurred on the Mapo bridge, leaving the bridge deck precariously hanging between two pillars, ready to collapse. Meanwhile, his ex-wife reported live on the bridge, in danger, with a bomb rigged above his head. This forced he to get involved and take the bomb guy's demand seriously, who now demanded the president apologize at the station in 10 minutes. He even knew the president was in a meeting at the National Assembly, and it would only take 3 minutes for him to arrive. Faced with the pressing time, he had no choice but to call the Blue House himself, but the secretary of the National Crisis Management Center on the phone merely recited a string of bureaucratic nonsense, clearly indicating that the president couldn't possibly arrive in 10 minutes. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.